So good morning. This is just a short demonstration on how to make a daffodil cookie on a stick, because this is what I'm demonstrating tonight. So I'm trying to get a bit ahead of myself. So I'm recording this, I'm putting it on my Facebook group so that you can watch it as a short Facebook live if you haven't got time to watch all of this evening. So this is my new daffodil cookie cutter that we've got in, and which we've made some cookies. So there we go, that's how we've made the daffodil cookie. You can see from there what we've done. It's got a centre part in it there as well to keep it separate, which only comes out when you actually put the cookie dough in, because cookie dough comes out much thicker than sugar paste, which comes out a lot thinner. So when you cut this with sugar paste, as you'll see in a minute, it will come out a lot thinner and you won't see that piece in the middle. So that piece there is a bit of a guideline for us if we were doing royal icing and we wanted to pipe onto the cookie, and you can do that using this. I'll show you what one of those looks like. So that's a royalised piped cookie, but what I'm going to show you this morning is a sugar paste one, and that's what I'm going to just switch the cameras on so you can have a little look and see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put that over there for the moment and put that one there. So I've got some yellow sugar paste, and all I'm going to do is just knead it. I've used Colour Splash Lemon, which I've just kneaded through it, and then all I'm going to do is just take a little bit of it, put down some icing sugar. We don't want this to be too thick. We want it to be thin enough that it covers the cookie, but not so thick that it's sort of, you know, quite a lot of sugar paste. We don't really want to do that. So just going to roll this out. So these cookie cutters are available on my website, which is tracyscakes.co.uk. So you can always pop over there and have a little look. So I've rolled that out, and then what I'm going to do, take hold of this cutter and I'm just going to press it down. Now you always need to give them a bit of a wiggle to make sure you don't get any hairy edges, because that gives you then a nice cut. If you just press it down and then lift it up, you will end up with not a brilliant cut. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got some royal icing here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of royal icing down, not loads, just a little bit. So this is royal icing that's had some water in it, so it's sort of let down a little bit, so just making it a bit sticky. And the reason I've gone for royal icing rather than piping gel, which is another product you can use for cookies, is purely because I'm having this standing up on my cake tonight rather than laying down. I think with royal icing I know it's going to stick, whereas with piping gel it will stick, but I would need this to stand up, and I need it to stand up tonight, so that's why I'm doing it with royal icing. So I've got my cutout shape here, and all I'm going to do is take one of these tools. This is a Dresden tool, and I'm just going to run it along there like so on all of them from the centre. Excuse my yellow hands, I never seem to get past anything without dyeing my hands in the process. I just looked down and realised they're bright yellow. Okay, so going like that. Then what I'm going to do is just pick them up, and I'm just going to pinch it so that it doesn't lay flat. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to pick that up, pinch them, and just kind of lift those edges a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. So I'll pinch that again. And again there, one more. There, like so. Also it gives it a more realistic shape as well, other than the rounded one now. So then what we're going to do is pick this up, and we're going to lay this onto this cookie here. So it's not a great big thick piece of sugar paste, it's just enough to kind of cover it. Move that out of the way. Am I still on camera? Yes. Oh, morning everyone. I've just seen all your names coming up now. So I'm deeply concentrating, you see. I'm trying to get ahead of myself, because my demo's tonight at 6:30 on Sugar and Crumbs, and I need these to set. So I thought, well, I'll do these on a live on my own Facebook page for the event. So there you go. So that's that bit. Now we're going to do the middle. So what I'm going to do here, I had to practice this because I did this live for the first time. I wasn't very happy with it, so I've done a little practice now. I'm happy with this now. So all I'm going to do is take hold of one of these. It's like a multi-ribbon cutter. I've got it set on the first one there, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to run it straight up like so. This is still sugar paste, it's not modelling paste. This seems to be fine. And then I'm going to just take my rolling pin, and I'm just going to go backwards and forwards just on the edge of this, just to create a bit of a frill. I don't want it to be overly frilly, just a little bit of a frill. Now, I mean, you can do this with modelling paste, as I say, if you want to do it sound like Saraceno, but I just thought I would do it with the sugar paste because that's what I've got here. Now, what I then did was I used my finger as a guide because I found otherwise that it was falling around all over the place. So I'm going to just put my finger in the middle and I'm going to start wrapping this around. She says confidently. I'm not going to go around too many times. This worked brilliantly, of course, when I'm not live. Right, okay, here we go. Let's put that one down there. Your fingers and thumbs the minute you go live. Okay, so I want it to go round probably about to there. So I'm going to cut that bit there. I don't want it to go any further. Did I bring any scissors or things to cut with? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Right, let's lean over. Palette knife out the drawer. There we go, I'll just cut that off like so. So if you use your finger as a guide, then if you go around about 3 times, that seems to be about enough to give it the right effect. Otherwise it doesn't look very good. You need it to be a little bit bigger than that. So let's pull that down now. And then what I'll do is I'll just take some more of this royal icing. Just kind of dab it around the outside edge there. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to put my finger in the middle of it like so. I'm going to put that on like that. You can put the royal icing straight onto the back of this actually, that works as well. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. And then you'll need to just put a little bit, I've got the world's biggest paintbrush here, how have I managed that? It's because I've been painting with everything else, right? So you can put a little bit of royal icing on there to stop it coming undone. Now I've had to do these now because I need them to set. If I then stand these up, which is what the plan is to do later on, this is going to fall off. So this is why I'm doing a live now, so that hopefully I've not stitched myself up here. Okay, and so you can leave them then like that. So I've done a couple there, so there's 2 there already. Okay, so they're not that difficult to do. They're fairly straightforward actually. They're not, and they're quick. I think that's the thing with this, it's quite quick, isn't it? But if you do these extra little things like just sort of altering the edges and that, it does make all the difference. Right, let me just do, I'm just going to do one with I'll do one that's white on the outside for this last one. If anybody's on my Let's Paint Live Floral Heart class, you had a little bonus lesson yesterday. So if you haven't been over and had a look, or you didn't get any notifications, go and have a little look what I did yesterday, because I painted you this. I painted this new coffee cup cutter that we've got come in. So I've basically now designed a coffee cup, which I just think is amazing, and I painted the flowers that are on that course on live yesterday. So if you pop over to that group, if you are in that group, if you're not, you can go across to the Tracy Mann Cake School and sign up for it. It's £5 to join. It's a bargain, this one, and it will show you how to paint onto, I'll put the address up quickly, so it will show you how to paint that design onto the coffee cup and onto the floral heart as well. The floral heart's the actual project, but you're getting another little 2-for-1 on this. So if you haven't signed up already, then floral wreath heart is the one you want for that. So it shows you how to do it on the wreath and also how to do it on this coffee cup, which I have got lots and lots of plans to paint more of these because I thought these were fabulous actually. In fact, I've made so many I don't even know where to start, but that's typical me, that is. Right, let's go back to the daffodils. So I'm going to just roll this one out, so we'll just go for a bit of variety here. Now I'm going to put those over there because I don't want to knock them particularly. So I'm just trying to get a bit ahead of myself. I'm still going to dem this again tonight, but I know that if I stand those daffodils up, those centres are going to fall out if they don't have time to set, you see. So that's why I'm doing it in advance. Let's try one of those daffodils that's white on the outside and then has a yellow middle maybe. Let's try that. So we're going to just put this on there. You look and see a starfish. Oh yeah, plant pot, like it. There's lots of ideas coming through. I'm going to also do these in royal icing. So my royal icing group, I'm going to actually flood these and paint on those as well at some point, but that's coming. I'm trying to finish my flower course first, which is well and truly on its way. I started painting this one with royal icing earlier, but you can see it's dried out, so I need to do it again now. Can't leave royal icing around for too long because it just dries out really quickly. So let's put another. So I'm doing a plant pot tonight. Well, that's the plan anyway. As usual, I haven't done it in advance, so this will be another one of my winging it specials. And the idea is to have some cookie decorations in it. So the cake is the plant pot, and then the decorations will be cookies. So that's what I'm planning to do tonight. We've got tulips and daffodils and all those Eastery type things. Right, so let's pick this up. But you could actually do it any time, and I think that's what I'm trying to do, is say, look, we could do some flower arranging now with these cookie cutters. Quite like the idea of that, and you can do it any time then, can't you? You don't have to do it for Easter. Right, let's bring that back in again. Let's pop that back on. There we go. Okay, so that one's on. It doesn't matter if you can still see the cookie. In fact, I quite like that. That's okay. You don't have to cover absolutely every inch of it, so that's been fine. Oh no, Lindsay's got COVID. You haven't, have you? Oh no, that's awful. Oh, and it's your birthday. Oh my goodness me. That's not good, is it? Well, I hope you have a nice birthday. I hope things improve for you. Goodness me. I hope they do. That's not good. I had my vaccine. I didn't feel very well after that at all. That was not good. So yes, get well soon and have a lovely birthday in bed. Put your feet up. Watch some television. Watch some Facebook Lives. Right, we do the same again. Oh no, I was going to do it in yellow this time. I'm getting carried away now. I'm getting carried away. Right, so let's get another bit of yellow. So if you have a little wander around this weekend, have a little look at the daffodils. There's so many different colours of them actually. So you can do, there's the orange centre ones as well. Tulips as well. I'm obsessed with tulips, as Kelly will tell you. I think they're amazing. I love it when they come out every year. I even bought some bulbs back from Amsterdam one year because I got a lot of bulbs back from Amsterdam one year. I think they're fabulous. So again, we'll just do a bit of a strip here. And where's my cutter? There it is. Straight up there. And then we'll cut this off. Down again. It's probably a bit long, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather cut it back than have it too short. And we'll just get the rolling pin and just go over the edges again. Like so. There we go. There we go. And then I'll take hold of this. Oops. We'll start wrapping it. But I'm going to then put my finger in the middle to stop it getting in on itself completely, because otherwise it'll be too much. Go too tight. You kind of want to wrap it, but you don't want to make it too tight. You know, it's got to be kind of loose, really. Do you see what I mean? You don't want it on top of each other. Okay, we'll cut it about there. That's enough. And then we'll put a bit of royal icing on there. No, the ribbon cutter isn't on my website, but I do need to put them on because I keep showing it, don't I? I've realised that. It's in all of my dems at the moment, this thing. I'll have to put it on. If anything goes on, it goes on in new products normally. Okay, so put my finger in there. So that's quite a good guideline because then it gives you an idea about how big, because you do need a gap in the middle. I'm just thinking actually, because this one, it will be yellow, won't it? So we need to do a little yellow circle. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to use the back of this nozzle to make that centre bit yellow. Let's do that. Let's move that out of the way. So we'll cut that out. Go, so you can use your nozzles for everything. Right, back to the royal icing. I'll stick a little bit more on there. And put that on like so. I think there's a potential here for other flowers, and I think I'll be looking at that after Easter. But I've got to get through my flower course first. The third flower course for painting was finished yesterday. I'm about to start the fourth one this morning. What time is it now? 11 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to start it. I should have it finished mid-afternoon, hopefully. And that just leaves one more. And then the flower course will be ready to roll. So then you can stick that on there like that. because you need that yellow in the middle, remember, otherwise it's going to look a bit odd. And then leave that to dry. So you've got to leave them to dry before you stand them up. You've got to let the royal icing dry, and just use your Dresden tool and just pull this out a little bit so it's not flat. There you go. That's not bad, is it? There you go, a taste of spring. She says, laughing away at herself. Yes, okay, so that's those. So these are ready for tonight because I'm going to leave them to dry now. So by the time I go to pick them up tonight, they will be dry. I'm going to den them again tonight, just one. But I thought I would do some now in advance. So I put my cameras on so you can have a little look at what's going on. So there you go. It's a very unplanned Facebook Live. You know what I'm like. Switch the camera on and off we go. So yeah, there you go. So that's tonight. I'm going to be doing a plant pot at 6:30 on Sugar and Crumbs. Don't forget it's daylight outside, so you'll need to remind yourself it's 6:30 because otherwise it's suddenly you don't realise it's getting dark now later on, isn't it? So yeah, we'll be live at 6:30 tonight on Sugar and Crumbs Facebook. Thanks very much for watching my little mini daffodil demonstration. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of better understanding about how this cutter works. If you do want one, then just pop over to the website. There you go, tracyscakes.co.uk. We're still sending stuff out for Easter, all the little tiny Easter moulds and things, but today's the last day. I think we're going to struggle beyond that. So if you saw Kelly's little painting that she did at the weekend, I think we'll probably be popping a few of these in with the demo tonight as well so that we can have those in. But if you are interested in any of these moulds, it's got to be today really, because I think tomorrow it's getting a bit too late because I don't think there's any post on Good Friday. So yeah, time is running out now. That's why we're going for flowers. So there you go. Right, okay everybody, thanks very much for watching. I will catch you later at 6:30 on Sugar and Crumbs. Take care, bye.